Ladies and gentlemen, Jews and Gentiles, sharps and squares, you're now tuned into episode 31 of 90 Degrees, the show where we give the right sports betting angles. I'm your host, Kevin, and today we have myself as a guest to share some good news and some bad news. The good news is that I have accepted a job offer to be a sports trader at a legal sports book. The bad news is that because of this new job, I will not be able to continue doing this podcast. Luckily, George Tsifilids, G Stack George, our guest from episode 30, is taking over the ranks to continue giving bettors the right sports betting angles. I would like to give a special thank you to Jason Cooper. You don't know him, but I do. He is the producer of this show, and without him, you don't have a show. Luckily, he's staying on for G Stack George. I would also like to thank Rob Pizzola for bringing me on to the Hammer Betting Network, giving me my first ever podcast. I would like to thank Pinnacle for being a great sponsor. Hopefully, they come to New Jersey soon so I can use them. I would like to thank BetStamp as well for being a sponsor, also for being a great bet tracking app that I regularly use. I would also like to thank Fats for being the first ever 90 Degrees guest. Some other guests I would like to thank, I'm not going to be able to list all of them, are Vegas Horse Fools, aka Scott. I'd like to thank Frank B. I'd like to thank Clive Bixby, my neighbor and friend. Another neighbor who was on the show was my boy, Jake Benzequin from Profit. I'd like to thank him as well for the support of the show. I'd like to thank Jessica Brand, Sarah Talagson. The list goes on. There's many great guests that we've had, many great mentors in the betting space. I look forward to seeing what George does with the show, and I'm excited for this new job. And I just want to thank everybody who's listened to the show for all your support. Luckily, all 30 episodes of 90 Degrees are going to stay up on YouTube and Spotify. And the content never grows old. So you can listen to them years from now and still learn something new and be a better. Also, like to thank Spanky for coming onto the show. Um, Spanky's a hard guest to get, and I'm honored that he came on the show. Also, honored that he's listened to many of the episodes before. So, thank you for all your support of 90 Degrees.